What is up, everyone? We are back with our last episode of the day of Smoke and Meteoras. I am your host, Marissa, and this time I am joined by the man they call Hardcore. How
Hello.
you doing today, Hardcore?
Fantastic. There was apparently a robbery happening outside, so I apologize. But
It's all good.
we're live. Hit the sirens. Wow.
Give me 1 second.
No worries.
No, I had a guest ask me how to watch the show, and I was trying to make sure he had the right links and everything to find it.
Oh, nice. That's how you do it.
All right, so let's just hop right on in. We're gonna go back to the beginning. Before hardcore was a name, before you'd ever stepped foot in a ring, what kind of person were you growing up?
Oh man. So, I mean, I was a big nerd. Like, I was always into wrestling, but I was into when I was a super young kid, I was into like Ninja Turtles and He-Man because I'm old as fuck. I had friends and stuff like that. Like, I was never really like super shunned in high school or in elementary school or anything like that. I have a brother and a cousin who are very close in age to me, so we kind of all grew up together, like in the same shit. So it was kind of like having a small little like tribe of dudes who just loved like the same stuff. Uh, I mean, I didn't really go out and do things until I was like 14 years old, though. Like, I didn't really like go to the movies with friends or anything like that. Like, my parents were kind of fucking weird. So, and my brother's special needs, so it kind of put a damper on a lot of things. But it was, I mean, I can't really complain too much. You know what I mean? Like, I'm alive. I got this far. You know what I mean? They did as best they could, I guess.
Hell yeah, man.
But yeah, it's I've always just been like the weird nerdy kid who was just into like crazy shit. Honestly, like nothing really stood out back in those days until like hit to like teenage years, and that was really when shit took a turn.
So when you think back to your childhood, what is a moment that you believe helped shape who you became?
Oh damn! I mean, this is gonna sound kind of sad, but probably when my parents got divorced.
I went through it too, man. I get that.
I really had to kind of like become the man of the house and help out my brother, and I was always working and like doing stuff like that and being like the responsible guy. But still, my mother would always like condemn me and ground me like for like months on end because I would get like bad grades, but I was the good son. Does that make you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it was a very weird dynamic after that, and like I was very vengeful and spiteful, and that's when I like first discovered like heavy music and like super disgusting horror movies and fucking like Japanese deathmatch wrestling and stuff like
The
that.
more and more you talk, the more and more you remind me of my brother.
I Yeah, I'm a pretty basic dude when it comes to stuff like that. Except for just push it to the extreme. Like think of like any extreme band that you could probably think of, and I've probably seen them live. And like I have probably one of the most disgusting horror movie collections known to man.
Like I don't know why when you said hardcore music, my mind immediately went to like Cannibal Corpse, but I'm like, I don't listen to heavy music like that, so I don't even really know.
Cannibal Corpse. Yeah, I've seen them a bunch of times. I mean, my wrestling name is Hardcore because I grew up on like hardcore music and like the Albany scene in New York, and so it just it was always a nickname anyway, and it just became like the most perfect choice for when I actually stepped into the ring. It also exemplifies what I try to be in the ring. Like I don't as far as I know, I don't think I've ever tapped out in a match. You know what I mean? Like I'm not one to give up. I'm doing crazy things at 42 years old. Like I just did a fucking plancha the other day or a couple weeks ago in Jersey. Like there's no rhyme or reason to this anymore.
Yeah, dude. So were you always drawn to things that could be considered more extreme, or were you the opposite growing up?
So my father, when I was a kid, he introduced me to like Universal Monsters horror movies and stuff like that. And that kind of was like a gateway drug to like, I saw Night of the Living Dead way too young. Like I saw Pet Sematary way too young. Every horror movie you could possibly think of, I saw way too young.
Yep.
So that really kind of gave me the mentality to handle a lot of fucked up shit, if you will. Uh, and I really think that helped a lot. But yeah, I mean, super young. Like I was like, Creepshow was one of my favorite movies of all time when I was 7 years old. Like I wore out a copy of Dead Alive when I was 8 years old because my great uncle ran a video store. Like it was X-rated back then. Like that's I mean, it was always, you know what I mean. It was always in my blood like that. I mean, my father was also big on like mafia movies, so I'm seeing people get shot in the face and shit like that when I'm 4 years old. Like it's it's now that I think back on it, it's always definitely been a thing. I don't think I realized how far back it went, but yeah, it's been a pretty constant thing in my life. I guess it explains a lot, honestly.
So when were you first pulled towards professional wrestling?
That was probably even before I could talk. My both of my parents on both sides of my family, I mean, both sides of my family, were very into professional wrestling in like the 70s, 80s, 90s. Like they used to go all the time before I was even alive. When I was a 1 year old baby, they would take me to like arena shows and stuff like that. So like I've always grown up watching it. I remember one time my father actually got mad at me because we were watching a football game and I asked who the bad guy was. And no, that's not how that works. This is real. You know what I mean? Like he had to explain to me, but like I mean, I grew up on like old school stuff. I had a VHS bootleg copy of WrestleMania 1 that I got for a Christmas present from like a guy that ran a bar that my dad knew one year when I was like 6 years old. Like, um, it's always been like I grew up. WWF was always the main for me, but I always would switch back to WCW because I liked old school like Sting and Cactus Jack back then. And then, I mean, when I was coming of age, it was the Attitude Era. And I mean, clearly, you know what I mean? As a just becoming a teenage boy, the Attitude Era, crotch chopping and middle fingers and drinking beers. Oh my goodness. Like, and then ECW, and then ECW is the gateway drug to deathmatch. And, you know, many years later, I'm still recovering from last weekend.
So, before wrestling became a goal for you, what do you think your future looked like?
So I'm actually a jack of many trades. I went to college for special effects makeup. I have a degree in special effects makeup. I was a full-on professional tattoo artist for a few years. Um, I was a union painter of houses for many years. I was a bartender. I've had many jobs that I could, let's say, I'm not loving my life now. I could always go back and like fall on a trade. You know what I mean? Like, so in all honesty, it just was kind of delaying the inevitable of this taking the full brunt of my like focus. You know what I mean? I mean, I do have a 9 to 5 job now. Also, it's not 9 to 5, but you know what I mean. I have a Monday through Friday job. But I mean, yeah, this everything else was never gratifying enough. Like clearly, this is what I needed to be doing, and it took me a long while to realize that and get it into my head that like if I actually put forth like full on effort, I could totally make this a thing. And lo and behold, here we are making it a thing. So.
And so, before you made it a thing and before you believed in yourself to be able to do it, who was the first person that made you feel like you could actually step foot in a ring?
Oh man. I mean, honestly, I got to give a shout out to Will Carroll. Um, he was my manager for many years, you know, in total fucking chaos. He was very much a man who had my back. Yeah, I mean, he still does. I'm not saying, you know, he's not dead or anything. It's actually his birthday today. Happy birthday, Will. Um, my loving girlfriend who puts up with all of my, you know, bloody sheets and my wounds and going to the hospital for broken bones and still comes out to, you know, watch me get the shit kicked out of me in multiple countries. Like she comes up to Canada all the time now. And I mean, she's always been just a huge support. In terms of wrestling, though, like there really hasn't been a negative one. Anyone I've actually come across in wrestling, 99.999% of the time has just been so supportive. And I mean, I don't go out of my way to be an asshole in this industry. You know what I mean? I like to think that I help out more people than I do hinder. and that's all I want, really. Like, I don't care if people think I'm a good wrestler. Like, I'm a deathmatch wrestler. I'm here for blood and violence. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not the most technical guy. I know that. Like, but I hope I'm entertaining, and I hope that when I'm done with all of this, people are like, you know what? That was an actual good dude, and that's really the jam. So, I mean, like I said, like I'm very, very, very fortunate because I get to work with people I've always wanted to work with. Um, like my first big time death match, like, was against Madman Pondo, and I can only learn from that man. You know what I mean? Like, it's it's one of those things where if you don't learn something from every match, then I feel like it's probably like you hit your plateau, and you should probably either like take a look or, like, you know what I mean? Like, there's always something to improve or modify, or, you know, it's a scientific ballet. And,
Absolutely.
you know, exactly. I know you understand.
I
But
mean,
yeah,
I don't know how much you're going to be learning from Pondo anymore. That man still thinks I live in Minnesota, no matter how many times I told him I lived in Massachusetts.
that's, I mean,
No matter how many times I said Massachusetts on my podcast, every time he brought up, like, you're from, like, Minnesota, right? And I'm like, sure, Pondo.
in
Yep.
his defense, in his defense,
He got hit in the head a lot.
headshots suck a lot. I repeat the same stories often to friends. My poor girlfriend probably has heard the same. Ah, I feel bad, and I always apologize for mansplaining, even though it's not what I'm doing. Just telling the same story over and over again, and it's I don't. Yeah, it's annoying, and I understand it's a thing, but yeah, I mean that's definitely probably what's going on.
So, getting a little bit more into your character.
Yes.
Names have power in wrestling, and yours might be one of the boldest to pick. So, just to put it simply, why hardcore?
It's what I do. It's how I've lived my life. Like, I'm anti-authority. You know, I have lived my life very much in the underground sense. Like, you know, there's been ups and downs in my life. I've been homeless. Like, I've slept in, you know, park slides. You know, I've gone to shows my entire life. I very thoroughly enjoy beating people bloody. I also enjoy a good beatdown. I'm not gonna lie. Like, you don't really get into deathmatch unless you're kind of a sadomasochist. So it's it's gratifying on both ends. I, I lost you on so many levels. Hold on a second. I knocked out my everything. Give me
It's
one
all
second.
good.
Wow, that was something. All right, let's try it like this. Let me plug it in. Oh my God. Well, this is entertaining. Okay, let me just plug the light back in, and we'll be good to go. Sorry about that.
It's all
Like I
good,
said,
man.
hardcore.
Gypsy's like, and he can pit really hard. Core.
I mean, yes, I've also been known to throw down a time or two in a mosh pit scenario. Um, I've, I mean, Jesus, I've probably been going to heavy shows for going on 25 years. I could easily say I've been to over 1,000 concerts in my life.
I might be up there.
Yeah,
I don't know about 1,000. Definitely over 100 though.
it's my favorite pastime outside of like going to the movies and
Yeah.
like, you know, actually wrestling and going to wrestling shows as a fan.
Exactly, yeah. Like growing up, when I was in high school, I was like 15 minutes away from the Palladium out here. So like every weekend I was almost at a show, or like there were days I remember, like the first real week that I really started like going to shows religiously every week. I saw, I think, Pierce the Veil and Sleeping with Sirens on a Saturday or like a Friday or something. And then Falling in Reverse was there on a Tuesday, and I had sprained my ankle at the Pierce the Veil Sleeping with Siren show. I went to Falling in Reverse on crutches. I didn't care.
That's how you do it.
And
Listen, you either go and do the things that you love to do or you miss out.
and the worst part was the one band that I mainly went to see. Fucking Ronnie Radke ended up kicking him off the tour, so I didn't know until I got to the show.
What band was it?
I See Stars.
Oh, damn. I
Yeah,
love
no,
I See Stars.
this was the tour like right after Ronnie like sobered up and like kicked I See Stars and Matt Chioda or something like that off tour for smoking weed. I
Wow.
was so mad.
Wow. He became
So
a narc.
it was literally Enter Shikari and Falling in Reverse, and that was it. So like the show that was supposed to start at 7 didn't end up starting until 9 o'clock because they kicked the two openers off.
How mad was the crowd? I can't even imagine that
A
scenario.
lot of us were pissed. And
Oh.
then to make it even worse, it was right after Mitch Lucker died. So
Oh.
Ronnie was like, they put up like an intro video when they were coming on stage that was like, oh, rest in peace, like Mitch.
Yeah.
And then it turned into a whole mockery of like Mitch's life and career. I was pissed. I was so ready to walk out right then and there.
That's kind of scuzzy, Ronnie Radke.
Yeah, I was pissed.
Wow. Wow.
And I think I stopped listening to him after that. And then
That's
they kind of got a little more mainstream years later, and now they're fucking good again, as much as I hate to admit it.
full circle. It's got to be 20 years. 20 years.
I don't
That's
think it's been a full 20 years, damn.
maybe 10. I don't know.
Yeah, I was gonna say, we're probably in between, like 15-ish.
And you said the Palladium. That's in Minnesota, right? No, I'm just
It's
kidding.
in Worcester. It's in Worcester, you asshole. All right, let's get back
Sorry,
to
Pondo.
this
I love
interview.
you. I love you, Pondo. I'm sorry.
So, did you choose the name hardcore, or did it just slowly kind of become who you were in the wrestling scene?
It slowly kind of became who I was as it started really at 12, 13, 14 years old. Like the group of friends I hung out with. Like I said, my brother and my cousin were very close in age, so they all had like friends too that would also like hang out. And I was one of the older ones, so people in my hometown have a saying, and I fucking hate it. And the saying goes, "It all started with a man named Hardcore," and like they don't even mean just like wrestling, like they mean like for a time in high school there was a bunch of like alt kids, you know what I mean, and just like troublemakers, and like there was like a whole generation of kids who, I mean, there's like 5 or 6 of them now who are full on independent wrestlers in the New York scene, and they always tell me, they're like, this is your fault. It's like, God damn it, I don't want that responsibility. I don't want to be Papa Hardcore. I just want to be hardcore.
I'm like, I feel like I probably know who some of them are.
Richie the Madman, he wrestles at Immortal, usually like Albany area.
Okay.
A couple of the guys wrestle in actually Connecticut, like Gabe Sayers, people like that.
I know Gabe.
Yeah,
I haven't
exactly.
met him yet, but I know of him.
You have to come out to one of the Mass Movement shows.
Well, now that I'm moving to Connecticut, I'm definitely gonna try to. Since those shows are like a little under an hour from me.
Yes, I believe August is the next one.
I'll have to talk to Joe.
Yeah, definitely.
Long story short, I'm like kind of connected to Joe by like family shit.
Oh damn! Well, so, this could be a very blossoming thing.
Yeah. So my brother, well, my nieces, their mother, I guess, is his cousin.
Okay.
So like, if my brother and his baby mama had ever gotten married, we would have been like long distant cousins through marriage. But
crazy. Close enough. Now you're wrestling family, so you're good.
Yeah, exactly.
There you go.
So when coming to the word hardcore, what exactly does that word mean to you?
To the absolute limits. Like, I don't think I've ever said no to anything in a match, in terms of like weaponry.
So your fuck it level is very high.
Non-existent. No, you can ask probably anyone in the wrestling community, and I might have one of the highest pain thresholds, and yes, I am fucking bragging about it because I'm 42 goddamn years old, and I have aches and pains. Don't get me wrong. Like, I have a metal leg, basically. My femur is metal, my hip is metal, my arm is metal. So like rainy days fucking suck.
Oh.
I also, throw truck at my job. So like, there's 4 or 5 hours of just awful manual labor. And it was like, today was the day and it was raining. So I'm just like hobbling, carrying heavy boxes. But besides that, like when it comes to in the ring, it's hyper focus. You know what I mean? Almost like a euphoria. It's not pain for me. There's no other way to describe it. It's not pain per se. I mean, I know it's pain,
It's
But
like a drug for you.
oh God, it's for 3 days after a match, I'm usually just riding the high. You know what I mean? Like I'll go to my regular job and I'll be just covered in wounds from head to toe, and they'll be like, "Good weekend." And I'll be like, "Oh, it was fantastic." Like I there is no better drug than deathmatch, and I haven't done any crazy hard drugs, but I've done some drugs, and deathmatch is pretty damn good, pretty damn good.
All right. So, do you ever feel the pressure to live up to your own name?
I don't think I've ever actually been like pressured per se to do anything in matches because, like I said, I don't say no to anything. Like, uh, so I want to say no to that question just only because I mean I'm literally just like on board for everything. Like, I am there for a good time. I am there to put on the best match possible, and people usually expect me to get a good whooping, whether I win or lose. You know what I mean? Like, I definitely get whooped in every single match. There's never been a match where I've squashed somebody. Um, so I mean, no, I have the love of the community. Like, I can genuinely say that like people have my back in the community, which is dope as hell. And if anything, they just love and support what I do. I have it pretty easy, honestly. Like, you just go with the flow sometimes, and it just works out. And it seems to be working out quite well. So I'm
Hell
just gonna
yeah,
keep going with
man.
the flow.
And speaking of people having our backs in the community, considering I'm wearing their shirt and Gypsy's in the chat, I want to give a special shout out to the Bocce Boys. There's a group of boys right there that has almost everybody's fucking back in the deathmatch world.
Listen, I'm actually gonna spark this for my boy Hammer.
You are fucking fine. We are. Shout out to Hammer. This will be the Hammer blunt. Fuck it.
Yep. Bocce Boys, I've known for, I mean, my entire deathmatch career. But even before I was doing deathmatch, I mean, I've known them just from being a fan in the crowd when I was just showing up at death matches at, at the, oh my God, what the hell is the name of it? Where ICW used to run.
In New York?
No, in Jersey.
Your guess is as good as mine.
Oh,
I
the
got a
Heart, the Heart
nice.
Ballroom, the Heart Ballroom.
Okay.
Holy hell. Sorry.
I got into them super late, so I have no idea.
Minnesota.
That's not gonna go.
Yeah, I love the Bocce Boys. Those are, I mean, they've always been amazing to me. They've always had my back. I got to wear their shirt a couple times to, the rig, stuff like that. What an honor. You know what I mean? Like, I actually was in the very last H2O show in that Battle Royal with Hammer. And he
Hell
looked like
yeah.
a goddamn demon after that match.
Yeah, he did.
Wow, I have chills right now talking about him. I don't know if you can see it, but my hair is standing up. There's that picture. Who took the picture? Someone amazing took the picture. And he literally looks like a full-on demon.
He's just standing there, blood.
Just smiling, though. You notice the smile, right?
Yes.
You cannot not smile after a deathmatch unless you like genuinely got the shit kicked out of you. I feel so good right after a match. It's one of my favorite things is literally to crack open a beer right after a match and just hang out with fans and just talk and get feedback. You know what I mean? Like, especially right after the match. That's my jam. I used to get yelled at back in the day for doing that. Like, to go out and like, man, here's the thing. Okay, as much as I am a worker, I am always a fan. And the fact that fans come to see this fan wrestle is dream come true shit.
Hell yeah. I mean, I don't wrestle, so like I can't say the same thing, but like as someone that's had a passion and love for wrestling since a very young age and now having my own podcast, like knowing that I have fans of wrestling that watch my podcast, I don't even care if it's 6 people,
Correct.
but like just that anybody even cares to watch. Like it's a dream come true that I've even made it this far with this podcast. So I
There
get
are,
it in a sense.
yeah, it's surreal. It's hard to actually like wrap your brain around. Like,
Yeah.
I have t-shirts with my face on it and tiny little action figures, and I actually, a friend of mine, just before I hopped down here, I was on Instagram and a friend of mine was watching the CZW TOD documentary on YouTube, and they saw somebody being interviewed wearing my shirt.
I'm gonna have to put that on after this.
I didn't realize it existed either. That's why I was like, so it's on YouTube, I guess. Art of Violence, I believe it's called.
I'm gonna look that up right now so I can cue it up as soon as
Yes.
I get off.
Shout out to my girl Jackie. Thank you, Jackie.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, and they literally like, we did the meme with Leonardo DiCaprio. Like, there it is. It was like, oh, that's actually like, things like that happen sometimes, and it puts it in perspective, and it's just so humbling. Like, you know what I mean? People spend money. People have like allowed me to eat because I get to do what I love to do, and they just happen to enjoy it also.
All right. So have there ever been any nights where you didn't really feel hardcore, but you felt you needed to be?
I have the perfect example of that. So, I believe it was I think it was this year. No, it must have been last year. Down in Texas, Houston, Texas, when they did the X-Brand Wrestling Loco weekend. So the second night, or the second day actually. The first night was no ring. The second night was with a ring outside. And not only did I have to set up the entire ring with people helping, but it was also 100 degrees. I was supposed to be in a scramble that night, and Mickey Knuckles just got back from Australia and had the tube in her head. And so I filled in and fought Anthrax for the main event. So I went from a 6-person scramble, which would have been awesome because I had like Nino Extremo and like Primo and all those guys, which would have been dope as hell. Because I still have yet to work with Nino, and I'm just saying. So yeah, I not only did I have to like fill in for the main event title match, but Masada and Akira were also there, like overseeing our planning. So it's just like two legendary dads standing over my shoulder as I plan this silly match that I just found out I was about to have with Anthrax, the champion, for the championship in Texas. And honestly, I'm very happy with the match. It was solid. We hit every single spot that we talked about, and then some. I love working with Anthrax. He's a stand-up motherfucker. He knows exactly what the fuck is going on. He's a well-deserved champion. He's held that belt for a long time. It's a shame that I'm going to have to take it off of him at some point, but I respect him very much. He's a very good friend of mine. It was an honor to work him in Texas. You know what I mean? Like, especially among the Texas friends, like those guys down there are some of the most rabid fans ever. And so that also like adds to the the heightened you got to step it up because it's amongst friends, with friends, amongst legendary wrestlers also, in the main event of the night, because it was also after a Necro Butcher match.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, so like no big deal. Yeah, that was probably the prime example of that amongst many in my wars.
So, has anyone ever misunderstood who you are because of your presentation?
I sincerely hope not. To my knowledge, no one's ever had an issue. I'm pretty straightforward. Like, if you look at any picture of like my ring gear or like my entrance, like I pretty much wear my heart on my sleeve, and I literally mean that, like on my ring gear. My patches are for my friends, my family, my loved ones, what I represent. I'm very vocal online about everything that I stand for also. So the people who are actually like fans of mine, I sincerely hope they get what I'm about, because hardcore in the ring and hardcore out of the ring, when it comes to that thing, is the exact same thing. And then the only difference is when I step in the ring, I'm much more rabid. I'm actually the exact opposite outside the ring. I'm a pacifist. I hate fighting. I'm vegan. Like I'm literally like the most nonchalant Clark Kent motherfucker outside the ring.
So you're the opposite of Jim Anderson, but you're still vegan.
Sure.
Shouts out to Jim. We love you, Jim.
I haven't seen that man in a very long time. I'm glad he's doing well.
All right. So, what is something that you believe people assume about you that they couldn't be more wrong about?
I mean, I don't really know any assumptions about me. I mean, there was that brief period of time where Chanda was talking smack about me and, saying I was untrained and blah, 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 which Chando things. But besides that, like I said, like I could not be more. I feel like these answers are kind of here only because like I literally am lucky. Like I have no qualms. People have had my back the entire time that I've been in the ring. Outside the ring, inside the ring. Um, I mean, I've never had any issues with people. You know what I mean? Like I I'm not drama. And I think people respond to that quite well because I don't want to be drama in wrestling. Like there's already too much drama in wrestling. I would like to be the anti-drama of wrestling actually.
Hell
Um,
yeah.
so that's really like the game plan. And all my friends that I hang out with, like, on the road and stuff like that, like there's no like, you know what I mean? No one has like a rap sheet or anything like that. No one's a creep. No one, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
there's none of that stupid shit going on. And that's the community is slowly but surely becoming more and more awesome in that sense.
And
So
if it is still going on, it's getting called out, which is the good part.
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm about. And I think how can you really be negative towards someone who is trying to better everything?
A
And
thousand percent.
I mean that's the only thing I can try to do. What am I why would I try to hinder something that I love, A, and the people who surround themselves with it? That's I it never makes sense to me why you're just a jerk in wrestling. Like I understand bad days, don't get me wrong, like but bad days are bad days and they shouldn't, you know what I mean? Like it shouldn't be something that A will haunt your history forever, and B, you know, ruin relationships, friendships, burn bridges. I'm about building bridges. I've always been about building bridges. If I can get a friend booked, you know what I mean? I'm going to get a friend
Hell
booked.
yeah.
If I can, I mean, there's always somebody coming along just to, you know what I mean? Like at least meet people, or like everyone I travel with now. Like it used to be me and my buddies, John and Chris. Jonathan just had his first match last weekend. He was in a battle royal. He's been training his ass off. I cried like a proud papa. Chris has been a solid referee for I don't even know how long now. And like that's what I'm saying. Like everyone is just raising up, and that's what it needs to be. So I sincerely hope that there's not any, whatever about me, because I've tried to live a decent life, especially in the wrestling community. Whatevs.
Hell yeah, man. So let's dig a little bit deeper. I think a lot of people see deathmatch wrestling and just kind of stop there, but I want to know what they don't get to see.
Oh,
So,
goodness gracious.
what does deathmatch wrestling allow you to express that traditional wrestling doesn't?
First and foremost, that I can take an infinite amount of pain. But a lot of people don't realize, like, pretty much everybody like helps set up, the ring and the actual like, you know, arena, or you know what I mean, the setup and stuff like that. Like, I'm always, I'm at least trying to lend a hand. I love building fuckery. I've built fuckery for years now. Even before I was in deathmatch, I just love building fuckery. It's so, I call it dark arts and crafts. It's a lot of fun. You get to be creative, especially if you get to use it in your own match. Like, and I know my pain limits, so it's like I'm gonna make something absolutely obscene, like scissor bats, or like something absolutely disgusting that other people won't take. So it allows me to showcase like what I can do, but also like I get to be creative. I get to help out, friends if I'm just at a show. When I was laid up with my broken leg, I was just going to shows and like just trying to help out. You know what I mean? Because like being immersed around it has always helped. But um, I mean, the long days of travel, sleeping on floors in motels, sleeping in beds with three other dudes who we all fart and snore. And I mean, everyone has, shaking awake nightmares, and I sleepwalk sometimes. And it's chaotic. We see a lot of the same gas stations, but we also see a lot of the same friends on the road. You know what I mean? Whether it's workers or fans and stuff like that. So it's. I feel like it's all like mini conventions, um, and it's it's exhausting. You know what I mean? Nobody makes nearly enough money doing what they do, and I mean from like top to bottom, it's all a labor of love when it comes to deathmatch. I think that's the biggest takeaway. Like deathmatch has always been a labor of love for everybody. You know what I mean? Nobody's becoming a millionaire doing deathmatch.
Nope.
It's, you know what I mean, the owner of the company, or the, you know what I mean, the top tier worker or the bottom tier worker. If they are, though, congratulations, and that's awesome. I sincerely hope that you are, and you're having a great life. That's fantastic. I would wish no ill will on that. Deathmatch millionaire. Imagine. Um,
Imagine if somebody just simply used that as a gimmick. That would be a
bloody,
sick ass
bloody
gimmick.
$50 bills all the time.
See, I hate that I just said that because it immediately brought my mind to a specific person. I'm like, damn it, wish he was more deathmatch.
Who are you thinking of?
Charles Mason.
Oh my!
Like
Give
I
him,
know
give him
he
like a new $1 million belt.
like I know he goes more for like the American Psycho kind of character, but like he gives off like I'm from money kind of vibes.
Uh
And I
huh.
feel like he could make that work.
Like a spoiled rich kid who gets away with killing people.
Exactly.
Yes, 1000%. Like his mother helps him bury the bodies.
He's so methodical, he don't need his mom to help him bury those bodies.
I feel like she would do it though. Be like, "Oh, my little sweetie." I don't know his
Yeah,
mom.
she's the one that cleans up the mess.
Oh, yeah, but she gets
He
mad at him
hides the
for it.
bodies.
She's like, "I told you last time, no more messes." He's like, "Sorry, mommy."
All right. So, I lost my spot, but here we are. So, have you ever learned something about yourself through the pain that may have surprised you?
Recently, that I'm getting very old. But I mean, I literally remember the first light tube crack that I took, and I was like, "Well, this is going to be a problem," because I didn't feel that. Um, I mean, even when I broke my leg and my arm in death matches. Um, I didn't go to the hospital for my leg until 4 days later, and I walked into the ER. The next morning, I made pancakes for my friends. I had no. I thought I pulled a muscle. My arm, I didn't go to the hospital until 12 hours later, until I got back to Buffalo because I didn't want to sit in Jersey all night. Fair enough. No offense, Jersey.
I
Uh,
don't blame you for that.
but I mean, literally, like deathmatch taught me everything about myself. Not even just like the pain threshold and stuff like that, but like also like who I am as a person, like when I'm stranded with three people, you know what I mean? And we have to figure a way home and not kill each other. And I mean, traveling with the girlfriend, like it's amazing. You know what I mean? Like you discover things. Like we have an amazing time on the road. I'm not talking shit about it whatsoever. But you never know. You know what I mean? And I mean, it's I've learned infinite patience. The longest trip I've ever taken was 37 hours. We drove down to Texas for that Loco
No,
weekend I was telling you about, and that was in a van with 11 other people.
that's insane.
Yeah,
I mean, you got plenty of people to drive, but like, fuck.
37 hours. And I mean, I get real stiff because of like the leg and the hip, and I've also broken my back before, and so like long, yeah, exactly. So like
I'm like, I have scoliosis. My back's always stiff.
yes, yeah, I can't even imagine with scoliosis. Uh, it's I mean, it tests everything about yourself. You know what I mean? Like you literally like go to the most extreme limits that you can. Zero sleep, I mean, traveling across the country on planes, having to make, connecting planes while you're also half asleep, or, a little buzz from the beers on the plane, or uh, just running and like also like still bleeding from the night before because you had a match. Like you also having to like hide your wounds on like planes and trains and, amongst like authority figures. Going into places to get food and you realize that you're covered in blood and they won't serve you. I've actually been kicked out of a restaurant once because I was bloody, and it's understandable. Like I was just also like half dead. um, my body sometimes after like a really grueling match will go into sleep mode, and I will literally just like shut down and just like go to sleep. And that's also a thing that I've learned. I also learned that I sleepwalk on the road sometimes. Like I mean, it's taught me a lot of character development for hardcore. Good, bad, a lot of humorous stuff. It's also taught me I'm a bigger influence than I thought, like just amongst friends and stuff like that. Like, but like in a positive way. Like when we're on the road now, like we'll boo Teslas just because, you know what I mean? Like, because fuck that shit. Um, it's we just
Especially the trucks. Those are ugly as hell.
oh my goodness, what is that? uh, so it's, I mean, I don't think we have enough time to talk about all of it. Like, I've learned about what to eat on the road. I've learned about what I like. I usually don't eat on the road. That's what I also learned because I have an underlying fear of pooping in the ring. Imagine taking like a gut shot and just being like, "Oh, there it goes." What am I supposed to do? I wear white pants.
I feel like that's such an irrational fear, but like,
Ready for this?
how often does that really happen?
So here's a new thing for you. Every time you have any kind of wrestler on, for any reason, ask them about the poop fear. It's not just me, I promise you. It's a thing amongst all wrestlers, male, female, doesn't matter. It's
I mean, I know Natalia did not want to pee in the ring. I watched Total Divas. I saw that episode.
there yeah, it's a thing from like, I mean, to WWE down to like, backyarders. Uh it's a thing, and I don't eat a lot on the road or before matches. I'll eat after match only because I need to like actually have some like energy to survive. But uh yeah, it's a lot of energy drinks and PBRs on the road, and yeah, usually a liquid diet. I pee a lot, but I've always peed a lot.
So, have there ever been any moments where you've questioned whether deathmatch was worth continuing?
Uh, Not deathmatch itself. Wrestling a couple times. You know what I mean. Just overall, like I've had, everyone's had a bad match here and there. And I've had matches where like I've had a stern talking to afterwards. You know what I mean. Um, and I think that was just me being like, what was me also. It was a learning experience. Like, obviously, I'm still here and I took everything that was said to heart and tried to improve upon it. Uh, just honestly, stuff like that. Even when I broke my leg, like, I said, I said I was going to retire for maybe a day. And then I started doing, like physical therapy, and I was already like moving around better than they expected me to. And I was like, oh, okay, I'm just a freak of nature. And I just was like feeling sorry for myself. I fucking love this. Like, I'm getting old and it's exhausting, like I said. So like, I'm not saying, I'm anytime soon, but it's definitely slowing down. Uh, I enjoy sleeping in my bed. I enjoy I mean, I love everything about wrestling. I love the travel. I love even being sore after a match. You know what I mean? I love collecting these scars. I love talking to people the next day, fans and like people who are there and like other workers, and just like, kind of like doing a collective like recap of things. Uh, I love coming back and telling stories to people about what happened, at my regular stupid shitty job, and these people have no possible idea. Like, I show them pictures and I show them like videos, and they'll have like the gasp on their face, but like nobody really gets it. You know what I mean? Like, not in my regular job anyway. Every once in a while, I'll get stopped like in public, and people know who I am. But like, that's, you know what I mean? Like, that's the cool kid of town. That's all.
So, speaking of the scars, is there a scar that means more to you than any other scar on your body? Not just because it may be the biggest, but because of the memories attached to it?
Damn. Yeah, I actually have a couple decent ones. Let me see if I can actually show them off. I'm gonna bring the light here. So do you see this Friday 13th tattoo? Does that actually like look like a Friday 13th tattoo from you? Damn.
In a sense, I can understand it.
So there's a, it looks like a claw mark through that tattoo. I'm sorry that it's awful. But I got that going through a pane of glass from Anthrax during that title match that I was telling you about, where I had to
Okay,
step in.
yep.
That one is crazy because it healed absolutely insane. And for a good 3 months, there's these things in my body that come out, what I call pearls. And it's literally tiny, 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 tiny fragments of glass. And it literally looks like a pearl has like surrounded it. And it pops out like a zit, but from the scar. So my
Ugh.
body just rejects these tiny little shards. And for months, they just came out of there because there was just so much glass. And it was such a thick piece of a pane of glass, but it was tempered and it was the right proper pane of glass, you know what I mean? But it just shredded me on impact. And it was amazing. It looked amazing. Another one, this one you can probably see pretty well. There's a giant one across my chest. I'm going to bring the phone here.
Oh yeah, there you
Cuts
see it.
through the tattoos.
Yep.
So that was actually during a tournament in Pennsylvania, and I actually Junkaside myself with a light tube, and I went like this, but it was definitely a lot sharper than I expected. It just sliced me the fuck open. But look how fucking dope that is. I mean, Jesus, I have razor blade slices in my back. I have little scissor marks in my back. They all mean something to me. This one I got that's going through my Frankenstein tattoo was absolutely disgusting. I picked glass out of that for probably 2 solid months, like shards of glass, flat light tube shards.
Ugh.
Um,
I can never imagine being hit with a glass tube or a gusset or any of that. Like,
so,
I'm a little bitch when it comes to pain. I can't lie.
has anyone ever described the sound internally that a gusset makes, like inside your own? Like, you know how things make
It makes a no. Oh my god, no.
it sounds like lettuce being sliced
Oh.
because it's going into your skin and hits your skull.
Oh.
No matter where you put it in your head, like depending on hair, obviously, but like this is the thinnest layer of skin.
Oh.
So no matter what, a gusset is touching your skull.
Yeah. I don't like the idea of that. Like, I love seeing them getting broken out because it's fucking blood. But like,
in Toronto this past week, had Matthew Grant punched one in my head.
oh.
But I say that I had slices because it kind of like slid.
Yeah.
It was like the white meat.
Oh.
Oh, I also love when I get a wound and the fatty tissue sticks out. Like that is always something. This one that I showed on my arm through the Frankenstein, pearls of fat were coming out of my arm.
Oh.
Like just round little niblets.
Like Angel Metro had shared something earlier from back when like Vixen had sliced her knee open, and I had never like seen it like up close, but the video she posted, it zoomed right on it, and she just pulled her knee brace right over. I was like, oh nope,
Yep.
can't do it.
Earlier, actually, Vixen has gotten some doozies over the.
She has.
She is tough as fuck. I would love to have a match with her.
She's coming back hopefully soon.
Yeah,
I know she's going back to Australia either today, tomorrow, or sometime very, very soon, but she's coming back.
Penn Station, yeah.
And I still have yet to fucking meet her, and I'm pissed about it.
Same, I've never met her in person.
I had my opportunity at Focus Pro, and it ended up being a show that I wasn't able to make, so I was pissed.
She had a crazy little U.S. tour. That was dope.
She did.
I'm glad. I'm glad when people come over and have like at least a week. You know what I mean?
Yeah, or like a long string. I like seeing that. Or even when the guys from here that go over to the UK or Australia or something
Oh
like
my!
that.
I'm excited for the new batch going over Nathan Bowery and Angel Metro and
Yeah,
all contemporaries of mine. It's very cool to see friends succeed. Um, I'm not the jealous type whatsoever. I can only support my friends. You know what I mean? Like that is it makes me so happy. I get very emotional actually. I cry often. Like I'm a big crybaby when it comes to seeing my friends do cool shit. Um so I'm just so happy for everybody. Like it's such a cool thing and they deserve it. They work their asses off. I hope there's more to come for them. I mean, obviously there is. To the moon at this point. Like who's to stop them?
exactly.
Not hardcore.
So people love to throw around the word tough all the time when it comes to the deathmatch scene. But I don't think toughness is always looks the way that people think it does when it comes to the scene. So what is the toughest thing that you've ever been through that had maybe nothing to do with wrestling?
I mean, like, are you saying outside of wrestling itself?
Yep.
Uh, man, during COVID, half my family died. During that time, my one aunt who also had Down syndrome acquired dementia and forgot how to walk. So I would have to take her to the bathroom while she screamed because she didn't know who I was. That was pretty hard.
Yeah.
um, Parents' divorce was probably the most insane thing. Uh, uh, I'm that's pretty much it's always been very personal stuff like that. Uh, I mean, living through this hellscape, you know,
Yeah.
uh, I can't really speak for myself. I have it pretty well, but I can't even imagine what some people go through these days. Um, yeah, that pretty much sums it up. Seeing how my family drop dead was pretty all in the same house too. Like in my hometown, I own a two family house, and my family's lived there for 20, 30 years. You know what I mean? Me and my family lived upstairs, and my aunt and cousin and stuff lived downstairs, and then everyone got COVID except for me and my mom and my brother, and then they all died. So it literally cleaned out half the house. So other than that, knock on wood, life has been pretty okay. But that was pretty fucking shitty, you know. Um, and probably second up is the parents' divorce, only because it affected my brother a lot.
Yeah.
And I yeah. Yeah, that's some stuff.
I mean, everybody has their demons, so to say, and I mean, I've dealt with a touch of it too. My godmother, she lived down in South Carolina, and she did catch COVID, and due to COVID, she caught long COVID, which ended up resulting in her needing a double lung transplant.
Fuck that. I'm so sorry.
And she ended up getting the transplant, but unfortunately, the lungs never worked for her, and she did end up passing away.
I'm sorry.
But it's a complication, and shit happens in this world, and it's a way of life. And yeah, it sucks, but the world continues to fucking rotate, and we don't get much of a
I also,
choice outside of that.
I also forgot that I did a lot of drugs in my life, and I've somehow been able to get off every drug I've ever done cold turkey. So that's pretty fucking dope. Like I've never had.
More power to you. That's definitely a hard thing to overcome, and
I
again, something I can relate to.
I drink piss water. Like PBR is not a potent beer. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no.
I don't. I can't remember the last time I was actually drunk.
Yeah, like you're California sober.
Yes. And I smoke weed. Like that's mostly
Yeah,
because my body hurts. And I'm
exactly.
also
California sober.
yeah, I'm also epileptic, so it helps with that. I
Yeah,
almost
like
forget about my actual ailments. Yeah, I have epilepsy,
yeah,
but
like
it's
but like
It's probably almost a decade since I've had an actual seizure. So
Well, it's great to hear. I'm
yeah,
glad that's in check.
we
But
literally
like,
that's literally like
hell yeah, man. But like even with the Alzheimer's dementia stuff, like my grandmother had both.
yeah,
And like I watched my mom quit her job to take care of her because my grandmother didn't want to go into a nursing home because
yep.
as she was losing her memory, she was like, well, I don't want to be somewhere where I'm not going to know anyone. But
You didn't know anybody,
by
anyways.
the point we ended up putting her in there, I was really the only one. Me and my mom were like the only two that she really recognized. And
That's. I mean, I'm glad you had that.
yeah, and towards the end, it was really only me. And like, I wasn't going as often as my mom was. Like, it got to a point where she had forgotten how to eat. And my mom was going like breakfast, lunch, and dinner to make sure that someone was feeding her.
Yep.
Because after a while, like, they would try to feed her for 5 minutes. And if she wasn't taking the food, like, they would just give up. So, like,
Yeah.
my mom forced it down her throat.
Right. Right.
But
Yeah.
like,
Always been
the whole sense of everything that you just described is shit I've gone through myself, so I definitely understand that.
the life of caring for family members. It's one of those. I don't even want to call it a burden. Like it's hard. It's hard. Um, but I mean, who else?
And like this was all shit like I went through just between like the first 18 years of my life.
Right. That's it. Yeah. Exactly. My grandmother and grandfather were raging alcoholics, and the my aunt who had Down syndrome was their daughter, my mom's sister. Um, my when my grandfather died of lung cancer, my grandmother started taking in special needs people to help, but it also gave her money. You know what I mean?
It
And
kind of like gave her a sense of purpose in a way too.
and so that was always a thing. So it was always the caregiver mentality in my family, and during that time, it was either me or nobody. And I mean, you know what I mean? Literally, like piggyback rides to the bathroom, like it was, yeah, crazy, 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 crazy. What has to be done in order to make sure everyone's okay? Uh,
So
Go ahead, sorry.
with getting into a little bit of the emotional vulnerability here, has wrestling made you more emotionally stronger, or are you just getting a little better at hiding it? What do you think?
Um, so I mean, there's always been like touchy things in my life. You know what I mean? Like that will
Yeah.
immediately trigger a response. Um, but I so I actually refer to deathmatch wrestling as like crazy group therapy. Like going to a metal concert, you know what I mean? Like, how good do you feel after going to a show? Like you just purged all of your demons?
Yes.
As deathmatch wrestling is to an actual deathmatch wrestler. That's what, like when I say the euphoria, because I literally just got to legally beat the shit out of somebody, and people chanted my name while I did it, and then someone handed me American dollars.
Yeah.
Like that is some otherworldly shit. You know what I mean? Like that's I mean, plain and simple. That's the best way to put it. Like it's yeah, yeah.
So, I lost my spot again.
We good.
So, if you were to strip away the character, the blood, the reputation, what do you hope people still admire about you?
That I stand up for good, decent things in life. Fuck Nazis. People who touch children should die. Um, you know,
Damn straight.
I have some pretty strong morals, but I'm pretty sure most decent human beings should have those strong morals. Um, I hope that people understand that I'm here to help. I always have an ear to listen. Like, ask anybody on Instagram. Like, I'm pretty sure I've answered everybody who's ever messaged me about anything. I'm always here to talk. If you're going through some shit, I mean, helping people helps me. Also,
1000%. I'm one of those people too.
yep, you get that good feeling when you help somebody. Um, I love animals. Be nice to animals, please. Help people. It's really simple. Like,
Just make the world a better fucking place. Plain and simple.
just because what I do is violent and obscene and isn't for everybody doesn't mean that I have not given my actual shirt off my back to somebody that I've seen. You know what I mean? And I'm not trying to brag. That's not what I'm trying to do there. I'm sorry. I'm just saying, like, it's real simple to be a decent human being. No matter what you do in life, like silly. What I do is silly. What I do is silly. Um, I'm literally bleeding on somebody else while they're bleeding on me because we just stuck sharp things inside of each other, um, in a closed setting with people watching. But I will 1000% be your best friend. Like, it's
Hell yeah, man.
all about balance. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, absolutely.
hyper violent, I also get to be hyper non-violent.
Well, let's balance this episode out. We have been deep enough. Time to completely derail it and ruin it.
Not even a little bit. I think that was pretty awesome, and I have not talked about things like that on a podcast. I don't think ever. So,
Well, I'm glad you opened up about some shit and we're willing to talk a little deep with me. So let's ruin it now.
of course, listen, I'm an open book. It's not, you know what I mean. There's nothing. Whatever. Life,
Exactly.
life is life. Life is life. I'm not.
Exactly.
I'm bitter to an extent, but only. Um, and I tried to make sure that I'm not bitter towards everybody else.
All right. If you could fist fight any public figure in history with absolutely zero consequences, who are you choosing and why has this been building up inside of you?
I feel like this is the most loaded question I've ever been asked on any podcast ever. How much time do we have left?
You only get to pick one person, man.
One
So,
person.
I mean, there's an obvious answer. Somebody definitely picked that a couple weeks ago. They didn't even have to say a name. I said it for them. They're like, "Yeah, there's my answer. You picked it."
Well, I mean, I guess it goes without saying. I'm gonna have to agree with that one.
I'm
And only like, now, because there's so many more. There's so many more. I could line them
there's
up.
so many options.
Exactly. Like, pick the most evil motherfucker at this point, and yeah.
Like I think Dimitri may have picked Hitler just because he
Yeah.
wanted to punch Hitler in the
I
face.
that way until we also have people who are very similar in this day and age. So,
All right. So you are now forced to survive a zombie apocalypse
oh,
with
what?
3 wrestlers. Who are you bringing and who's getting left behind because they're just going to get you all killed?
Okay, so I'm picking 3, but 1 has to be left behind. Or I'm picking
So you're technically picking 4.
3 and then 1 left behind.
Yes.
Okay, I'm leaving behind Jimmy Controversy. Nice and easy. I'm bringing Schlack.
Oh, hell yeah.
Probably Mickey Knuckles. And
She's a badass and she got the comedic relief. She'll keep you entertained.
dang, it's almost like you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And number 3 to bring. I mean, I'd probably say Nino. Like, he seems like he'd be down to just go.
Yeah, he'd be like, fuck it, we're fucking up some zombies, I'm down.
That's exactly Leroy Jenkins, that shit,
All right. You are given a time machine and you can either witness any event in history or relive one day from your life. Which are you choosing?
Wow. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I would love to see some dinosaurs. So really, just a dinosaur day would be dope.
Hell yeah.
Like, I feel like if I sat and watched something that I already did, I would just be like, "What the fuck?" You know what I mean? Like, be like, oh man, come on, like you're being real cringy right now. Uh, but yeah, I nothing historical really. Like I feel like it wouldn't play out the way I wanted it to. You know what I mean? I'd be like, oh,
Yeah.
this... um, Roswell would be dope, I guess. Like if that was, I sincerely hope it was an actual thing that happened, and if it was, that would be cool. Just be a fly on the wall and be like, oh shit,
Yeah.
yeah. I'm a big.
Well,
Are you into cryptids or anything like that?
I'm big into like conspiracy theories and like definitely thinking outside of the box when it comes to like the way things happen. Like for the longest time, I knew Kurt Cobain did not off himself. There's no way in hell that man reached all the way down the gun of a barrel of a shotgun and pulled that fucking trigger. I knew for the longest fucking time. And then 20 something fucking years later, like they're like, oh yeah, by the way, this is being investigated as a homicide. It was not a suicide. I was like, damn straight it wasn't fucking suicide.
How about that? What's your favorite conspiracy theory? Let's derail this even more.
Oh god. There's so many. But like I definitely think like the one that like wraps my head the most is Marilyn Monroe. Like the conspiracy behind her death. I don't think it was just a regular drug overdose. I definitely think it was a hot shot. Like there was rumors that she was hooking up with what was it, the Kennedys at the time, and she knew more than she should. She knew a lot about Area 51 supposedly. Like I think they just shut her up.
I mean, you're probably not wrong. At this point,
There's so many celebrity deaths that I think were all cover-ups.
oh
So
god, yeah.
many of them.
All the recent ones, Chris Cornell, Chester Bennington,
Yeah, 1,000%.
all working.
I will admit though, the Chester one definitely racks my brain a little bit more because the more you listen to that last album that they put out, the more and more it literally sounds like a suicide note.
Maybe he was just
Like that's the only that's the only one that really kind of throws me for a loop. But he was tied to Chris Cornell, so that's another reason why I'm like shit. Maybe I don't know.
Yep. I have so many. I have so many that I probably can't even talk about.
I mean, I don't want to get canceled. Not yet, anyway.
Ever. Aliens or interdimensional beings.
I mean, hey, it's been out there. Animals are animals. Animals are real. Aliens are real. Definitely. It's known fact now.
And we're a little past it at this point, right? Like
exactly.
No surprise here.
So,
excuse me.
Let's get into a little bit more of these random ass questions. You are now stuck on another road trip. We're gonna say Texas for the sake of being in a car for a very long fucking time. You can only listen to 5 bands or artists along the way. Who are we listening to?
Sabrina Carpenter.
What the fuck?
Apple Roan.
Okay, Jameson Shook.
Hatebreed. We're all over the place here. Creed. What did you say, 5?
Yeah, you got one more.
I mean, if it was me personally, I would go with the Acacia Strain, but amongst everybody else, sometimes it's different.
The Acacia Strain was like one of the first bands that I'd ever seen.
They're from pretty close to me. I've actually seen them many times. I have their lyrics tattooed on my arm.
They were like the first concert I ever really went to was like the American Idols tour.
Yeah.
But, like I don't really consider that like a concert. So I always say like my first concert was like Scream It Like You Mean It tour. And like Acacia Strain was on that. Oceano.
Oh, Oceano. So good. So
yeah, they scare me. I was I think 16 at the time, maybe 15.
That man sounds like a dinosaur.
I was like 15, and the only reason I went was because I liked We Came as Romans. And I stuck it out the whole day because they were right before Acacia Strain headlined, and Oceano was right before We Came as Romans, and I'm down there on the barricade.
Oh, good God.
And within 5 minutes, I am over the barricade
Yep.
because everybody's pushing, shoving,
Oh,
and
that's
I
a
was off my feet for a solid 3 minutes before eventually I was up and over.
fuck you, yeah. Oh yeah, I love Oceano. That is my type of like that. What's it? Is it even death?
Like Chelsea Grin, like I've seen them before. They're too heavy for me.
Whitechapel?
I've listened to a couple of their songs, but the screamy parts of them, it's a little too high pitched for me. Like I'm kind of picky with my music.
Black Dahlia Murder.
I fuck with them a little bit, yeah. Or like I like Slipknot, but I wouldn't say Slipknot's super heavy.
I saw Slipknot. Ready for this? Hold on, let me put in perspective here.
You're gonna make me feel like a baby.
17 years ago, 27 years ago.
I
Uh,
was too.
a long time ago. I was 16. It was Slipknot, System of a Down, Rammstein, and American Head Charge.
Oh,
Yeah.
I was gonna say when I saw Slipknot, it was Of Mice and Men,
Oh, what?
Marilyn Manson, and Slipknot.
That's a lineup.
And this was 2015, 2016, maybe. No, I was still with my ex in Rhode Island at that point, so maybe like 2017, 2018. Then all I remember was Manson was fucking trashed, and I skipped his whole set because I wanted to meet Austin Carlisle.
Who's that?
The old front man from Of Mice and Men.
I
Yeah,
don't
no,
know names. It's like, hey, guy from that band.
yeah, the big tall lanky dude that was their front man back in the past. Um, he eventually left the band because he has like some rare like heart disorder, and being on the road was basically killing him. So he decided to leave the band. But like he was a huge inspiration to me growing up. So like meeting him was like a bucket list thing for me.
Oh,
you
got to meet
like
him.
I met him, and as I'm walking back to my seat after that set, Marilyn Manson's doing The Beautiful People, and he's like walking through the crowd, and like it's at an amphitheater, so like you're not walking through the crowd, but like the aisle. And I walked right past him on the way back to my seat and didn't even notice it until I got back to my seat and he was on the other side of the venue. And I was like, oh, that's the whole large group of people I just walked by and didn't notice.
Amazing.
That was one of the best shows I ever went to. Like, I wasn't really like a huge fan of Slipknot at that point. Like, I knew Duality and all like the mainstream songs.
Their first two albums are untouchable at this point. Anything really past that, I didn't really get into. So I always had a thing, and that's also why my name kind of became hardcore. Like whenever something gets way too popular, it fucking bothers me a lot.
Yep.
I hate to even be that guy because it's like that sounds so fucking stupid. But like if someone says like, "Oh, you gotta listen to this or you gotta watch this," it'll take me 5 years to get there. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Well, I'm not gonna listen to that at all. Like, it's always been just the thing in my brain. I fucking hate it. It drives me nuts because I want to enjoy things.
Or like the things where you find like before they get popular and like you're super into it and then you get over it and then they get super popular and everybody's like, oh my god, you have to listen to this person. And I'm like,
that's what happened to Linkin Park when I was in high school. I was the only one to have the album.
See, like that was back when like before the wrestling scene found out who like Black Veil Brides was. Because they had In the End in one of the 2K songs, and people were like, oh, that's a good song. And then they got put onto Black Veil Brides. Yeah, I thought that album fucking sucked. Like, I listened to their first album and then like their acoustic album. Like, Knives and Pens was my shit in 8th grade. And then I got over them like very, very quickly. I found A Day to Remember, and I was like, oh, fuck Black Veil Brides. A Day to Remember is my shit now.
Love Day to Remember. Heavy. I call that.
I love A Day to Remember. I kind of fell off after Bad Vibrations. Not gonna lie.
I fuck with the first 2, 3. I don't fucking know.
I was gonna say they have the Bird album cover. I can never remember the name of it. And then Homesick.
Yep.
And like Common Courtesy, What Separates Me From You.
Those three.
Yeah, like so Marcus Mathers uses All I Want from What Separates Me From You for his entrance music.
Sure does.
And I made 8x10s for a little point in my time, and I ended up remaking the What Separates Me From You album cover, but I put him in the hourglass.
That's dope.
I might still have have it on my phone.
I'm a big Marcus Mathers guy.
I was gonna say I was trying to recreate all the albums, but I did Homesick and then the What Separates Me From You, and then he got WWID'd and wasn't coming around as often, and I just kind of stopped doing it. But like the more and more I thought about it, I was like, fuck, how am I gonna do Common Courtesy? Like that would have been hard.
Yep.
I would have had to like make really, really big M's in place of the C's and like put pictures of him in it or something. I would have had to figure something out.
You would have gotten it. I just saw him in Connecticut a couple weeks ago. That was actually that last show I was on. He was on.
Ah.
I'm also a big fan of his father, Mark Angel.
Yes, I'd posted them to the Instagram that I was posting them on at the time, and his dad had reached out to me, and he's like, "Yo, these are sick as fuck."
Yep.
And then when I'd made the Homesick one, I made an extra copy, and I was like, "Marcus, make sure this gets to your dad."
Some of my favorite conversations backstage ever are with Mark Angel. He's, I think, only a year older than me. And it's awesome to see like his family thrive. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I get very happy when I see like a full on family scenario. You know what I mean? Especially a good one. And he seems like a solid dad. And I mean, yeah, I can only support that. Not having a solid dad growing up.
I don't know how good it's gonna show up on my phone, but
Oh damn!
yeah,
That's cool as heck, actually.
like I have the print of it somewhere in this pile next to me because I'm selling it, but it was one of the longest edits it took me to do just to figure out how to like get the filters and everything right on him to make him match the background.
Oh, I can imagine.
It was hard as I had to ask a couple of my friends. I was like, guys, this isn't working right. What do I need to do?
I am the most technologically, artistically handicapped ever. Thankfully, I have a lot of artistic friends. Literally, will just send me stuff. Like, very rarely do I actually ask anybody to make things, and that's amazing. Like, I also love paying artists. Like, I have an art degree, so like, if someone makes me art, I love compensation. Like, I love, you know what I mean. Like, usually I just be like, hey, send me one of the thing that you're making. You know what I mean? Like, that's
Oh
all,
yeah.
so I can wear it and support it. And I also love merch, so you know, closet full of black t-shirts.
Well, we have reached the potential last segment of my podcast because I totally forgot to ask if you wanted to participate in it.
Oh,
But
that's
I usually at this point I do promo roulette, and it is where you shoot a promo on the fly on a random fictional character.
okay.
All right, well, let's jump into that. Then it's got its own music that I like. So. I love every chance I get to play that music. So, I shit you not. You mentioned Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles earlier, and as soon as you mentioned that, I literally messaged Gypsy, and I was like, "Yo, hold that thought." But then you mentioned horror too, and that kind of threw me for a loop because I was like, "Fuck!" I had my heart set on someone to pick for you, and now I'm like, "Shit, I could go anywhere with this."
I'm pretty open with most things. I also love promos. It's one of my favorite aspects of wrestling.
I agree. I always love when people can give me a good promo. So Vic Craig and JB Anderson are two that I hold very high when it comes to promos because they fucking knocked him out of the park.
I love both of those people actually.
So I think I'm just gonna stick with the original plan. I'm gonna go kind of basic with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, but I'm gonna make you shoot a promo on Shredder.
On Shredder. Oh.
And it's still kind of wrestling related because Kevin Nash played Shredder.
Oh, yeah. Exactly. Do we have stipulations? Do we have anything?
You can make up any stipulations. You can make up the show name, whatever the fuck you want to do. You could fight him in a fucking mud show for all I care.
I love it. All right. Give me 5 seconds to ponder.
Absolutely. Do what you need to do.
Okay, you ready?
Whenever you are ready.
All right. We're gonna do a 3, 2, 1. Okay. 3.
Lights, camera, action.
Ooh, Shredder. July 12th on the pier. No ring, just me and you. And so you can bring all your armor that you want. I'll bring the can opener. I'm gonna pour you out like a little can of tuna. I'm gonna spread you on some bread. And I'm gonna gobble you up. And you can bring your Foot Clan, but it doesn't matter because the only foot that's going anywhere is my foot up your ass. I don't need a turtle. I don't need a rat. I got a can opener, and I got my 2 feet. And you're going down. Ain't that super?
Hell yeah, man. Well, that is everything that I got for you today. So, with that, where can we find you in the next coming weeks? And if you're not in our area or don't have anything upcoming, where can we find you on social media to keep up with you?
First and foremost, social media is no_guts_no_gory. Not glory, but gory. GORY. That's the only social media I have. You can message me privately if you need to book or anything like that. Just want to say hello, say what's up. I always appreciate talking. Next upcoming stuff. First one is July, I want to say 11th. It's Jungle Fest, Dream Fest. It's a musical fest, I believe, in, I want to say Delaware. If not Delaware, Jersey, or Philly. I apologize. I don't have the flyer offhand. But it's featuring X Brand Wrestling. So I'm going to be there doing my thing. And then directly after that, it's Detroit True Wrestling Underground. Bar Brawl, is it 6, 7? Bar Brawl Bash. I'm fighting my boy Shocky, who's also from Buffalo. Do a little no ring during some death metal. So that's going to be a lot of fun. I love doing no ring stuff during music stuff. It's my favorite combination. It feels illegal.
It feels illegal.
It really does. Like, it feels like when you watch those like movies, or like, it's like either the 80s or like the future movies where the band's behind the cage, but there's like fighting going on, and like it feels just like that. It feels just like, in my brain, that's what's happening. And it's
Hell yeah, man.
like, yeah, I love it. Besides that, that's it for the time being. I mean, there's lots of stuff coming up, but that's in upcoming months. Nothing really to grok at yet, but we're getting there. I'm currently the off the top champion from Canada, so I'm just gonna go ahead and blast those guys. And yeah, I mean, I'll be up in Canada. I'll be down in Arizona. I'm gonna be in Texas.
Just getting the miles in, man.
Oh yeah, we travel. Getting old, getting tired, but we do the damn thing. Good to have bucks.
That is everything I got for you. So I appreciate you joining us this week. We will be back next week with Ryan Frost. I suck and did not upload that graphic, so ignore the lack of graphic for that.
Sorry,
But
Ryan.
he had to postpone till next week, so we will be back next week with my birthday celebration and Ryan Frost.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. And with that being said, that is everything we got for you guys. So thank you all for tuning in. We appreciate you joining us, but we will catch you next week. This is Marissa signing off for Smoke and Meteoras, and we will catch you with some more smoke next